Jaws 3 was originally supposed to be a spoof that was going to be called Jaws 3 People Zero, but Spielberg put a stop to that, so we got the next dumbest idea, a 3D version of Jaws. And I still feel like this is the script for Jaws 3 People Zero, and they just didn't tell the studio. So Jaws 3D follows Mike Brody, who is now the chief engineer at SeaWorld. And Mike Brody this time out is played by Dennis Quaid. And Dennis Quaid has since stated that he didn't want to be in this movie, and that he was coked out of his mind the entire shoot. And I love how this is a thing that only celebrities can get away with and still get work. Imagine applying for like a CPA position, and in your interview they're all like, describe a time you faced a challenge at work and how did you overcome it? Oh my God, I was doing cocaine like it was my job, and to overcome that, I popped a shit ton of lewds. And they'd be all like, oh, you're such a cut up, you're hired. And I'm riding on a jet ski, I'm in Jaws 3, riding on a jet ski, I'm in Jaws 3, riding on a jet ski, I'm in Jaws 3. Oh man, what's up? Did you see how fast I was riding that thing? I was like riding like on a bolt of lightning, man. It was so awesome. Okay, we ready to shoot this scene? Ready to shoot? Let's go shoot, Dennis, shoot. We're shooting right now? Okay, if no one needs me, I'm going to be meditating in my trailer. Dennis. And the head of SeaWorld is Calvin Bouchard, played by Lou Gossett Jr. His guest of honor is avid hunter and documentarian Philip Fitzroyce, played by the manimal himself, Simon McCorkindale. And also visiting SeaWorld is Sean Brody, who is the younger brother of Mike. And SeaWorld is connected to the ocean by a deep water channel that Jaws uses to enter the park right at the start of the movie. And the gate gets damaged in the process. And Mike tells his employee Overman to just secure the gate in the meantime.
Well, look, just secure the damn gate, all right? Think you can handle that?
Overtime, maybe.
On straight time, maybe? You got enough overtime. No overtime.
Okay. See you, Mike.
No overtime!
No overtime, huh? I could just imagine the SeaWorld rep that was overseeing the production to make sure they look good specifically asked them to include the fact that SeaWorld does not have a union and any extra work will be paid straight time. And I'm honestly surprised that SeaWorld allowed their name to be used, especially considering how incompetent this movie makes them look. So Overman does the next best thing. Works well past his normal shift without telling anyone, so he doesn't get any pay, and then he gets eaten by a shark off the clock, thus absolving SeaWorld of any liability. The system works. So Mike and his girlfriend, SeaWorld's head biologist Dr. Catherine Morgan, go out for drinks with Sean, and Sean meets one of the SeaWorld water skiers named Kelly Ann, played by Leah Thompson in her very first movie role. And the two drunk couples then stumble off into the night to wreak havoc on SeaWorld property. And then Kelly Ann gets Sean to go in the ocean for the first time in a decade. Hey, did you steal my f***ing bag from my trailer, scumbag? Get off me, Dennis. I didn't take your bag. You're hurting me. And the next day, Overman's girlfriend, Charlene, just storms into a restricted area of SeaWorld.
You tell Shelby Overman for me. He can take a flying leap at a rolling donut.
Didn't he come home last night?
No, he didn't.
Well, he didn't show up here either. I figure he's home hungover.
I tell you, the man's trash, and I don't want him around my place. I don't.
This is supposed to be a place of business. Take your hillbilly relationship drama somewhere else. Like imagine not coming home and your girlfriend yells about it to your manager at Kinko's. Mike and Kay then take a submarine into the lagoon to look for Overman. Okay guys, now this is our first good look at the sharks. We want it to be as scary as humanly possible and really give the audience a treat. Oh shit, my bad. He crashed into the boat. That's okay. Just try it again. Good enough. Roll stock footage of a shark that looks nothing like the shark that we have.
If we kill this beastie on camera, I can guarantee you media coverage. We can lure him into a staging area, and then at the precise moment, slit his belly wide open. They die magnificently.
Oh, SeaWorld just found its new slogan. So Kay wants to capture the sharks so they would be the first people on the planet to have a great white in captivity, while Bouchard and Fitzroyce want to film the murder of the shark for publicity? I'm just going to take a wild guess and say that some SeaWorld executive explicitly asked for the murder of a trapped animal to be included in the script. Because again, SeaWorld signed off on all of this. Like, Apple won't even allow movie villains to use iPhones, but SeaWorld was like, yeah, killing a shark, that's something we'd consider. So they ultimately decide to try to catch the shark, but they decide to do it in the middle of the night. This shark is trapped in a theme park. Just lure him to the surface, during the day and then just tag them from the dock. Also, I don't like any of these movies where they just willingly go into water where a shark is. Like, even if I knew it was just dolphins in the water, I still wouldn't dive in at night. If a dolphin brushed against me in the ocean, I would probably die of a heart attack. Hell, if the strap on my life jacket brushed against my leg, I would just be gulping seawater by the gallon. So they managed to tranquilize the shark and place him in the tiniest water tank they have available. And it's the only great white in captivity, so they have to monitor around the clock to make sure nothing happens to shock the shark's system.
I want to put him on display in pool number 6.
But I thought we were to wait on Dr. Morgan's word for that.
I run the park, I sell the tickets, and I make the decisions. Move the fish.
Number 6. You will be able to view the one and only great white in captivity.
And so naturally, Bouchard has them display the shark to the public. Now remember, they only decided to keep the shark alive for the sole purpose of drawing a big crowd, which is why it's odd that they opened the exhibit at 3 in the afternoon with just a small announcement over the speakers and a hilariously tiny sign. I mean, they aren't even charging extra to see the thing. But then the shark just dies. In the undersea tunnels, the carcass of Overman floats by the window, and Mike goes to identify the body. I've been present for the death of every employee on this island. And just then, Jaws 3 shows up and traps a group of park goers in the undersea tunnels, including a young Matthew McConaughey in his very first film role.
Now the water is not going any higher, so calm down.
Okay, darling, I'm gonna do my best to remain calm, but I never seen a shark that big. I'm not gonna lie, I am this close to losing it, but I'll try to keep my cool if you give me a smile. Get out of my way, I need this golf cart. Dennis, you have to calm down, buddy. No, Simon McCorkindale and I are on a race around the world, and I already had the 3-day head start. Oh my God, get out of the way. Oh my God, why would they put a bush where people drive? Oh God, I think I ripped open my nutsack. I am a god, I am a god, I am a god, I am a god. Okay guys, I'm a little concerned. Has anyone seen Dennis? The Quaid Wrangler said that Dennis gave him the slip by the Orca exhibit. Oh my God, how'd he get a boat? Who let Dennis get the keys to the boat? Dennis, you were not supposed to be driving that thing. I am Quaid. I cannot be killed. Dennis, please stop.
When will they get dismissed? I'm sure they're working on it.
Okay, full disclosure, I've been peeing this whole time. I just can assume we all have been. So I want everyone to stop looking at me weird when the water gets a little bit warm. There's a giant shark out there, y'all. And so the genius plan that they have for this shark that is essentially trapped in a giant fish tank is to lure Jaws 3D into a filtration pipe and seal it shut.
Jack and I are going to lure him back into the pipe, close the gates, and then dispose of him at our leisure.
Oh, I'm sorry? They plan to lure Jaws 3D into a pipe and seal it shut. And Fitzroyce gets eaten, which is the only way this plan could have gone. And Mike and Kay then reconvene in the control room, and we get the scariest movie moment in history. But what's funny is that they told the actors to react to a shark coming straight for them. And they're probably like, oh man, that's going to look scary as hell. And they had no idea how terrible it was going to look. That's why I would never want to act in front of a green screen. They'd say, okay, you're going to excitedly point at an alien spaceship. But then when I see the movie, they make it look like I was pointing at a dude's butt or something. So Jaws 3D is attacking the control room. And Mike notices that Fitzroyce is still in Jaws 3D's mouth, and he's holding the grenade. So he pulls the pin, and the day is saved. Come join the wonderful team at SeaWorld. You can be a dolphin trainer, swim with the orcas. We have one opening for a water skier. You go up this little ramp, doesn't that look like fun? And who can forget SeaWorld's beloved mascot, Henrietta Hambone, the pig who's afraid of water and hates all marine animals, just like everyone who works at SeaWorld. And remember, at SeaWorld, we keep lots of our animals alive, but we can assure you the ones that don't make it, they die magnificently.